It's the Empire, Geoboxing Empire, Backstory Boxing. Now, Andre Ward's on ESPN, man. And he's talking about the Mayweather McGregor fight, man. And Andre Ward doesn't see Mayweather McGregor going past 6 rounds, man. He thinks Mayweather's gonna stop him in 6. It was a really good interview, man. Stephen A. Smith was there, Max Kellerman was there, Andre Ward was there, obviously, and they talked about. Andre Ward really talked about how McGregor's gonna come out and fight, and how all those MMA tactics, some of them, there's inside fighting and boxing, and how McGregor can use some of that inside fighting tactics and rough up Mayweather and make a competitive fight for the first couple rounds. But he said ultimately that Mayweather finished him off in the end. It was really interesting stuff, man. Stephen A. Smith made a really good point too about Conor McGregor's puncher's chance, and he says, "I don't care how good you are, if you get hit, you're gonna feel it." You know what I mean? Which is, understandable. If you find a guy with power, you get hit. That's all it takes, So that was a good point from Stephen A. Smith. But it was really interesting to see how Andre Ward thought about it. It was really interesting to see, a pound for pound number one fighter in a lot of people's eyes, or arguably number one pound for pound fighter, talk about this fight, because Andre Ward and Floyd Mayweather, they're really defensively fighters. They're sort of fire-like, Andre Ward probably fights a little bit better than Floyd on the inside, but they're both boxers in the end. They really don't get hit, and they have a hit and not get hit mentality. So it was really a good, interesting interview from Andre Ward, man. Basically thinks McGregor has a lot to prove. He has a country behind his back. He has a lot to prove, and that he's gonna bring it, man. Even if he can't win it, he's gonna rough Mayweather up as fast as he can, and as quick as he can. He says he's basically gonna take the early rounds. That's basically what he said. So he might see Floyd lose in the early rounds, but ultimately, when things settle down and your tank's not at 100%, Mayweather is gonna start taking control and start picking McGregor apart, man. So those made really interesting statements, man. I think Mayweather is gonna win that fight, man. I think it's gonna be I think it's gonna be by bite shot. It's gonna be a knockout by bite shot. I don't know what round, but I can't see it going 12 rounds, man. If you actually watch McGregor fight, he gasses out. He has stamina problems. Let's say that. If you actually watch like the Nate Diaz 2 fight, he really gassed out in that fight. He gassed out in that fight, and in the second fight especially, he was like jogging around the ring. I mean, he couldn't go 25 minutes in an MMA ring, and they're staying up the whole time. It was like they're basically staying up the whole fight. So it was just, it was all mostly striking with your hands. It was a few kicks, but it was mostly just boxing. So I see McGregor gas out, and I'm not sure about his stamina, man. All I know is Floyd, even at the age of 40, he has better stamina than McGregor. So I see Floyd winning that fight, man, and so does Andre Ward. But Ward gives him a chance. He says McGregor, if he's going to win the rounds, he's going to win some early rounds and get rough with Floyd, and make him uncomfortable, So let me know how you guys feel about it. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. Like, comment, subscribe. This is the Empire. Geoboxing Empire. Peace.